Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got an awful rack. Is it bad enough to change? I think so. I could play UOI, but I'm retaining G and U. So let me get rid of I, O, U and U. Okay, well, still non-bingo-y, but I have the X for score, and the big tiles go well with vowels. I have axe on my rack, although that is going to leave a vowel-heavy rack leave. Through a T, I would have oxgate. So what if opponent changes? Do I have any alternative to axe? Well, exo, but that's not better because it retains duplicate A. And opponent does change. So I'm playing axe here to avoid placing a vowel next to a premium square. Axe does take an S in front. Wow, that suddenly looks pretty balanced and close to a bingo. Through a T, I would have cogitate. Could there be a 7 here? Well, not that I can see. And any 8s are likely to be through consonants rather than vowels. And I'm not seeing anything with the X. And no scoring tile, so I may struggle to score here. I don't have any tiles to hook axe, but axe provides scoring opportunities both in column 9 and also rows G and I, so there may be some X value available regardless of opponent's play. Axe takes D, L and S after it. Now, beginning of the month, so brand new video up for patrons on Patreon. Great bingo by opponent. I thought he might be spending a while looking for his play, so I'll come back to the bonus video shortly. No T for cogitate. So what do I have? Well, I have an N. Does that give me a bingo? Don't think it does. The obvious endings are ing, but also I have age. So nothing with the E. How about the P? No. And S? No, not seeing anything with an S. So what to do here? I've got coat in column 5. Leaving EGI, not a good leave. Best rack leave would probably be ACET. So how about getting value from the X? Well, I have P, but that's retaining the bad vowels. Only 22 points. Let me see what coat scores. 24 points. Not great and providing a super scoring spot for opponent. Is there really nothing through this S? No, not that I can see. What about coming down column 7? Well, I'm not seeing a way of playing the X. Well, I don't have to play a lot of tiles. As soon as I just do this, I'm getting 15 points, but C and G don't go well together. So how about poetic? 24 points, which is similar to previous options. Rack leave isn't terrible. Yep, I'm going with this. Oh wow, awful pick. But poetic was not leaving the massive scoring opportunity in column 4 that coat was. And the X has gone, so that I below a triple letter square wasn't Horrendous. Wilt takes a T in front, but my priority here is not playing the T, it's playing these vowels. Well, I can get rid of all my A's with Akatia, but that's a low-scoring play. And in any event, I'd be quite happy to retain one A. Ox takes an O. I've still got oat in column 5, but that's not great. Maybe I should play Akatia. 12 points. Pretty horrendous. What's the best I can do with the twilt hook? And that would get value from the W. Toa. Keeping double AG for 16. Feels like it's giving a lot of scoring options away. Gox is good. Wow, what a tricky position to be in, and I trail. I just don't want to give away easy scoring spots for opponents. What about plays down from the C? Can't see a 5-letter play. Nothing higher up. So I must have something through the N. What about Teonga? This surely sorts the rack out. Yeah, and doesn't give anything massive away. And if I avoid vowels, then this rack leave is fine. And I do. I draw the blank, and overall this is a pretty good rack. So Art House and Rat House are good with the blank as well. They're 8-letter plays. So where do they play? This S was in the wrong position. A no takes nothing in front, only 24 for opponent. So opponent is within my sights. But do I have a bingo here? I think I surely do. Oh wow, out here, just blocked by my A of Teonga. But out here is available in column 11, so that's my back pocket bingo. But I'd like to find something better. Is there a bingo with the blank as an S? No. Where would be a better spot? Well, row C would be. Let me see if I can see some other 7s. Not seen anything so far. That would be authored. Out is the obvious prefix to consider, but there could be others. Wow, just not seeing anything. That's out here. Does it have an anagram? Sutash through a C. That doesn't work. And cat house also doesn't work. No. So all I'm seeing is out here, down here. So I guess that is my play. Well, it could be worse. Has some balance, has a scoring tile in the V. I think Levuline might be good through an L. No L available. Through a D, I would have unveiled. Phew, just 27 for opponent. That felt a little bit bingo-y as it was coming down. So, do I have a bingo here? There's a floating T. Venue light? Vein you let, and neither of the available T's are in the right position for that. What else is there? There's an H, that doesn't look hopeful, and that's it. So, is there a way of playing off E, V, and U? Onto an A, I would have Uvia. That doesn't score very much. Oh, wow. Gosh, this is a tricky decision. Unhigh for 24, but that takes a D. It takes an S. Still all 4 Ds to come. That's just a massive gift for opponent, and I only trail by 3. So I'd like to keep it tighter. So surely this is the spot. 21 points, giving nothing away and keeping a good rack leave. The N going well with the U. I'm going with this. Okay. So what do I have? Through a B and a T, I would have libertine. That's not available. No UN words, slightly vowel heavy. What about the T? So I don't think interlie is good. But is there an anagram? It's resilient and tinselier are the 9s, as in interlie plus an S, which is why I think interlie is not good. Oh wow, 60 for opponent. But could interlie not take a hook? No, it's simply not good. But does it have an anagram? Not seeing one. How about the V? Possibly in virile, but it's not in the right spots. Vowels don't look promising, so the H. And look at this, no scoring tiles at all. So what am I going to do here? Can't see anything ending EC. I'd like to keep this T available. I'd like to keep bingo lanes available. What about playing in column 12, creating a new lane and getting value from the H? And I can do that. Not with the ideal rack leave. I'd rather have an N than an L. But this is still 20 points. And the rack leave is good. Gosh, I'm just seeing that I could have a play ending ING. Let me see what that looks like. I would need an E or an I above it, and I'm not seeing such a play. So I'm going back to nigh for 20. 3 R's, good grief. And no scoring tiles, so I'm struggling here. Fortunately, opponent is still within reach, just 30 points ahead. Through an E. Nice score for opponent. Just wondering if through an E I would have railer. I don't think that's good. Not seeing anything with the V. Opponent's provided nothing. So where can I play the R's off? I don't have to play both of them. Not seeing anything from opponent's play. I have error for a wretched score. No T for twilt. Do I have 6 letters to go on the end of V? Don't think I do. Wow, 7 minutes on my clock and 36 tiles to come. I need to speed up. How can I do that? I really need to play off R's, but if I only play off one R, it's just not a good rack leave. So this is what I've seen, and I'm minded to go with this. I'm not really taking out bingo lanes. I'm leaving column 13 alone. Really feels awful, especially putting this vowel next to this double letter square. Can I do something better? The score is so dismal that almost any alternative play is worth considering. What about this alternative play? 15 points keeping rail. I am going with this. And so I have Triella and Talia. Not sure either plays. Anything with the U. I have the ultra prefix. I have tailleur. Fantastic. Surely that will remain available. What about the V? Not seeing anything there. And where are the other lanes? Well, there aren't any, so maybe opponent will turn his attention to the top of the board. Now, is there definitely nowhere for my bingos? I don't think Poetic takes an A. And, well, fantastic. Opponent gets 50 points. However, and doesn't provide anywhere for my sevens. Yes, there is a spot for a 7. I have literal here. How many S's to come? 3. Okay. Talia doesn't play in that spot, but this is 80 points. This is 20 more than I would have gotten for tailleur. And a pretty good pickup. Definitely a choice of bingos through an E. And I have erodiums. Wow, will that stay available? Really not too many lanes. I'm not seeing a 7. If I did, it may play in column 15 because of the S hook. I trail now by just 13 points. 24 tiles in the bag, 6 minutes on my clock. IT could be a useful 2-letter set, but I'm not seeing anything with this rack. Erodiums, Ceridium, and Dimerus, and opponent blocks Erodiums. Wretched opponent. I'm thinking about burning the S. 38 points, I think that's worth doing. There are still 2 S's to come, and I'm taking out a lane, and 38 points will take me to only 4 points behind opponent, and I fancy myself in a bare-knuckle scrap entering the end game. Is there a way of getting the M doubled rather than the B, rather than the D? These small differences can make all the difference. So I could play Realms for the same score, keeping DI. Oh, well, there's lots of I's to come. I am going with this. Is there definitely no 7? Let me put this back. Have I truly considered the floaters? What about the L? Not seeing anything there. Is there a 7? Not seeing anything. 4 minutes on my clock. That's not much. Any other lanes? Well, no, I'm really looking for floaters rather than lanes. So Muids for 38. Oh, wow, I missed the S's. I miss all of the scoring tiles. So I'm not so confident now about approaching the end game. However, a little while to go before we get there. Still 16 tiles in the bag. 25 for opponent, which isn't much. Harry takes an E. Interesting. Do I go top or bottom? And do I actually have a 4-letter E play? Opponent may not know the E hook for Harry, and in any event, there are no E's left, so that makes it easy. I go top, and he can't do anything about the bottom. So, let me count the remaining vowels. 5 out of 18, that's not many. Three minutes on my clock. So, I can play... a better play surely. I was thinking about Aura, but Aero I think is better for 15. And I have foreign on my rack. Nowhere for that. Still this floating U, but that's unlikely to be useful in the middle of a word. It's no longer available for words beginning UN. So do I have anything beginning with an E? Not sure I do, but I am going to hang on to that E. It could be crucial. I trail. Wow, by 14 points. Foo is good, so I could play fog, keeping rain. What about IT? Not seeing anything through that. Oh, opponent's gone in my F spot for a good score as well. 4 is good. Do I have anything over the top of bar? FO? Nothing works. So what am I going to do? 6 tiles left. Maybe play just the F. It is 20 points, 339. I'll be 15 behind. Doesn't give anything away. Yeah, I'm in no hurry to expedite the end of this game. I'm going with this. I draw a vowel, which doesn't go well with this U. V, not available. Now, do I have anything beginning with E? I have ergo. Maybe I had that last turn. 30 points. Wow. Is that going to win me the game? 5 tiles in the bag. So let me come back to IT again. Not seeing anything with that. And is there really nothing with the U? I don't think so. Okay, well, I'm not a favourite here. 21 for opponent, 2 tiles in the bag. I think I do go for ergo right now. I'll have 5 tiles and hope that I can go out with 5 tiles. This is going to put me just 6 points behind. And opponent... Wow, that's incredible. I was going to comment that there's only one vowel and I've drawn it. So opponent has no vowels, but he does have psych on his rack. And the Y is a quasi-vowel, so he's also got hips and sails. Oh, and punchy. Now, can I go out with India? Not sure I can, and opponent leads by a lot. So I'll get 6 on count back if I can go out. I need to go out and score 20 points. Nothing goes on the end of sail that I've got. 1 minute on my clock. What about a play through BA? Not seeing anything. Opponent is going to go out with DS. I'm still looking for an India spot, but I think that's forlorn. No T for oft. Wow, punchy was a good play. Look at all these high-scoring tiles which opponent was able to get rid of. Can't get value from the queue. I don't think a Vaunter is good. In any event, IL not good. An outplay through IT wouldn't score enough. Okay, so I'm not seeing an out anywhere, so and for 19. Opponent may play just the S, in which case I can't go out with the I, but he could also go play dits and go out. Are there any double I spots? Where are the W's? No, not available there. Opponent has 13 minutes, so he has a lot of time. Are there any I spots? There's HI. I think and was, well, I just didn't have time really to identify alternatives to that. I was mainly looking for an outplay. So I think the best I can do now, if I have another turn, is just a play of HI. "12 minutes on opponent's clock, so he has plenty of thinking time. I'm down to 19 seconds. Just scanning the board for I spots. Not seeing anything great, so nothing to beat HI. I also have IO, but very few I spots, and opponent goes out. And the final score, 388 for me, 407 for opponent, a winning margin of 19 points, so well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game, so close. Could I have done better towards the end? Now, me to go first, I changed and I considered UI. Didn't like the rack leave or the provision of floaters. Opponent also changes. And now I have axe in a variety of positions. Great rack for opponent. Has a choice of bingos. Plays knee pans, which was a good find. And my rack, no bingo here, but D1. I could have played co-agent through the end for 26. Instead, I played poetic for only 2 fewer points, so I think my play is fine. Look at this dreadful pick for opponent. Plays wilt. And I played Teonga for 16, and I think that compares reasonably favourably with a toque, given the duplicate tile. Opponent's rack slowly improving, plays a now. And now what do? I play out here for 70, but look at this, A12, Atheist and Poetics was available, so there was a bingo with the blank as an S, and out cheat available through the T for 76. So a choice of bingos there, but glad to spot one. Oh wow, missed bingo by opponent, Vauntage. Plays Vaunter for 27, so that was a let-off for me. Phew, no missed bingo here. I was waiting for Unveiler to pop up. So I play Uvir for 21, keeping line. Could have got 9 more points with Unalive, keeping E. There's not going to be much between those plays. And I currently lead, but look at this, great score for opponents, 60 points with the Z. No bingo for me, and not many points available either. So I play nigh for 20 with a decent rack leave, so I think that looks good. Opponent's rack still awful, plays chin. And this was a painful rack, and I think in the end I did go with which I liked, but I didn't like anything else I considered. And I trailed by just 40. Opponent, look at this, he got tremendous value from the J and the Z, and now leads by 90. But here we go, I have literal for 80, and then Talia, E14, Talia and Tier and Tailleur available for a lot less. Opponent plays Fob, taking out Erodiums. Oh wow, Dowms is good. I contemplated Rounds, but not Dowms. And played Muids instead for 3 fewer. But here we go, just 4 points between us and 16 tiles in the bag. Opponent plays Dry. And I play Aero for 15, preserving the E for Hurry. And I'm in reasonable shape. I do trail, but opponent has not got a good rack. Plays Mib for 21. And I have Ergo for 30. So I trail by 15. This is opponent's rack. He plays Sail for 21, getting value from the X. My rack. And I play Ergo for 30. And here we go, opponent's no vowels, only leads by 6. But he has Punchy for 20. Also, A14 has Hip for 43, which would definitely have been the end of the game for me. So, did I have a winning outplay? No, I didn't. There are no outs. And just to repeat, I drew the final vowel when opponent had all consonants on his rack, so the chances were that there would be a consonant in the bag, and that would have hugely increased the likelihood of my having an out. However, these things happen. C13, a band for 20, and I play and for 19, so little between those. And opponent goes out with bads. So, what a game. Jolly close at the end and jolly close at various points throughout. I felt that I was always fairly close to opponent and I had a good chance of catching him, but opponent got good value from the J and the Z and a great find at the end with no vowels on his rack. He played Punchy to get rid of a lot of clunky tiles and secure the win. So absolutely well played by opponent and many congratulations to him. It is the end of the year, so Happy New Year to everyone. It's December the 31st as I'm recording this. It's been a fantastic year making videos for the channel. Thank you for your support and for being part of the Dweebovision community. For patrons of the channel, and the link is below, there's a bonus video every month, and this is what I was starting to talk about earlier, and there's a brand new one every month, and this one, which went up on January the 1st, which is tomorrow, is an absolute cracker. So many thanks to all patrons of the channel. I do hope you enjoy that video. So I wish everyone a happy new year. Thank you for watching this game. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.